Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Keith. This is all things Tenerife and more. I'm down in Dublin, on the outskirts of Dublin at the moment. I'm down at Portobello Bridge, just beside, I'll spin you around, just beside the Grand Canal and the Nix Hotel. So as you can see, Grand Canal is still a functioning canal. It goes from one end of Ireland to the other. These gentlemen here are about to hit the lock. I'm not sure where they're heading out of here. From here they're heading out to the port. So yeah, as I say, it's a functioning canal. I have done this myself over the years, and it is a fantastic experience. And you can actually hire boats along the line, along the canal, and take them from one end of Ireland to the other. Now, give you bearings. We are on the sort of the outskirts of Dublin City. So it's the furthest point, to me, it's the furthest point south that you can go. Rathmines is that. You see where the Dome is? That's a little village called Rathmines. A couple of hotels in it, nice little spot. Plenty of good bars in it. So if you are staying, it's not a bad location from a tourist point of view because it's relatively cheap. Now, in saying that, I was doing a bit of research on prices for Dublin City on hotels because I was actually shocked. I mentioned in one of my last vlogs that I'd look at the prices of hotels in the city. The cheapest room you can get, or the cheapest accommodation you can get in, let's go to the lowest end of the scale. We're looking at the Generator, which is they call it a hotel, it's actually a hostel. So down in Smithfield, the old market area, that will set you back around €63 a night. And it's a hostel, and it's full of lads and girls, stags and hens. That's the sort of age group you're looking at. So it's very cheap and not so cheerful. I've been in it when I was taxiing. I was in it before. It wouldn't come on my list of highly recommended places to visit, but look, if that's what you're coming over for, a stag do or a hen do, definitely it's worth your while. It's because it is the cheapest you'll get in the city. But moving up from there to a sort of half decent, I suppose, bed and breakfast, and again, hotel, I'll use the word loosely, it's more of a B&B type style accommodation, which would be the likes of the Albany Hotel on Harcourt Street. There's one or two on Harcourt Street that are well worth looking at, and they come in around, even then they're 120 to 150 and up to €180 a night. And I love the name of this place. It's a little Indian restaurant. We're up on South Richmond Street is where I am. This is Doolally. Doolally, it's a great word. My mother used to refer to people as being Doolally. It meant that they were a bit crazy, a bit nuts, a little bit insane. I'm not sure what the actual word means. It's actually an Indian word, I believe. Again, I must look it up. But yeah, from my mum's point of view, it meant that you're a little bit touched if you were Doolally. You're a little bit special. But yeah, so back to the hotels. So we're coming up to a couple of hotels in this area, and this is pretty central to it's central to the city of Dublin. Extremely close to the sort of Grafton Street area. It's about a 15-minute walk from Grafton Street, which is the main centre on the south side of the city. And I suppose south side of the city would be the most expensive side of the city from an accommodation point of view, food, even everything. Although, yeah, I will have to admit, Dublin isn't cheap. So this on the right-hand side here is the Camden Court Hotel. Cross over. Yeah, Camden Court Hotel. Good hotel. Again, I would class it as sort of a businessy hotel. A lot of businessmen use it. but from a location point of view, you can't miss it. I say some fantastic restaurants around here, and believe it or not, some of which I haven't eaten it. Damascus. This is not bad. Set menu for starter main course for $11.99. See, you can get reasonably priced food in Dublin if you look, but you won't find it in the middle. You need to come out a little bit, and that's what I'm saying. This is about 20-minute walk, 25-minute walk from the centre of Dublin City. And sometimes it's worth coming out a little bit just for that purpose. Now, we have Keegan's Hotel. This is only new. This has only been built in the last 4 or 5 years. You can see they're still doing things to it. And then, of course, the obligatory Witherspoons, which I believe owns that hotel. This was originally a derelict building. Now, this is one I haven't been in, but it looks pretty impressive from the outside, I have to say. Now, this bar on the corner is iconic, the Bleeding Horse. There's two possibilities of how it got its title. Both are connected to actually horses that bleed, or that were bleeding. Actually, side note, breakfast till noon. Classic breakfast roll. That's extremely good value for Dublin City. Extremely good value. Okay, back to our little Bleeding Horse. During the 17th century, it was used as a vet stop for horses during civil war, or the vet or the farrier in there bled them, I'm assuming, as a way of healing horses if there was something wrong with them. Don't know an awful lot about horses, but apparently that's where the Bleeding Horse title comes from. But all I know about it is it's a fantastic bar. If you want to watch sport or rugby, Bleeding Horse is your place to go. It's a good little spot. So this is Camden Street we're heading down to now. Camden Street at this time of day is relatively quiet. Camden Street at 12 o'clock at night, completely different kettle of fish. I found this little place on my way up here on the walk up, a Taste of Spain. I've never been in it, but I do have to pay it a visit. I'd like to see. Let's have a little look at the menu. Tortillas. Okay, looks quite good. Definitely worth a try. So, Camden Street, yeah, Camden Street is quiet now. But come this evening, it's one of the busiest streets. It runs parallel to Harcourt Street, which is where all those nightclubs were. The last vlog that I showed you, Copperface Jackson and the Ivy Gardens, they literally run behind those buildings. That is Harcourt Street. And as I say, Camden Street is like Harcourt Street's little sister. Equally as busy. Some fantastic restaurants along here, and quite a few of them I have eaten in. Not all, but I'll work my way through them. And as you can see, the likes of here, Tucker Riley's, live music and good crack. Being fun, not the drug. So it's actually starting to get busy. This is being filmed around 12:15 on a Saturday afternoon. Okay, Diwali. Right, here's my view on this restaurant. I've eaten here before. It gets absolutely amazing reviews online. So you've got, okay, Saturday, Sunday feast, 28 euros for starter and main course. Let's have a little look at this. Now, you can see there, one of its reviews, 2024. It gets fantastic reviews. I have to say I wasn't overawed by it. Food was great. They sell Cobra beer. Box number 2 ticked. Love an Indian, particularly love an Indian that sells Cobra beer. But there was something missing from it. The atmosphere was a bit, meh. Now, it wasn't that one. There's one further down near the bottom of Georgia Street. I was in the original one, Diwali. Food, absolutely amazing. You can't question that. But it was missing a little bit of buzz, a little bit of ambience, at the risk of sounding a bit arty-farty. Now, the Camden Hotel. This, anyone who knows Irish movies, there's a club in there as well, late bar restaurant. Give me a quick look. If you go to the movie The Commitment, you'll see that was where the snooker hall was in The Commitment. And Mr. J.R. Rabbit's little speakeasy, that's actually a nice little bar. Been in there before on a stop before we went to a concert in the city. Nice, again, a little sort of, I won't say spit in the floor pub, but it's a proper Dublin pub. It's just kind of laid back sort of atmosphere to it. Bobo's looks like it's closed down. Used to be a good little spot for sort of gourmet burgers. Eddie Rockets, if you want your American diner, Eddie Rockets is the place to go. Yeah, it is what it is. It's expensive, and I think it's expensive for what it is, to be honest with you. Well, burgers, they're actually not too bad. And now here, this is one for you. This is Opium. I have eaten in here. Also has a club attached to the back of it, which I've never been in, but it does have, as you can see, a lot of live music on here. Oh, sorry, this is Whelan's. What am I saying? This is Whelan's. This is a fantastic bar. Seen a couple of gigs in here over the years. Most recent would have been The Pale, which is an Irish band. If you ever get to see them, if you're visiting or if you're local and you see them come up, no matter what generation you're, they're a fantastic band. I'm a little bit prejudiced because my cousin plays in them, but yeah, they are really fun. They're a great live gig, and this is a great live venue. So if you're looking for live Irish music and not your diddly-eye Irish music, this is the place to go. Absolutely phenomenal little spot. Opium here, yeah, this is a really good little restaurant. It's a Thai fusion. Food is amazing. Staff are equally as amazing. I just can't recommend that place enough. Absolutely fantastic. I like this part of the town. It's a little bit, I suppose, rough and ready. La Tapas de Lola. Beautiful restaurant. And again, huge amount of awards, as you can see from those. And the silver discs on the side there. Look, I can't read it from here because my eyesight is dreadful. So it's, like I said, this part of the city in the evening time is always packed. Now, the thing I love about Dublin is you occasionally meet somebody like that. And as I said, we are the stag and hen capital of the city, so, or the stag and hen capital of Europe. What do you expect? Now, there is one more little place I want to show you, and I can finish up on it. And it's very much a little hidden gem. Okay, so it's down little side street, and I'm hoping it's still here. I am hoping it's still here. And if it is, they sell the most amazing chicken wings you're ever going to have. If they're not here, I'm going to look like an idiot, but that won't be the first time. So, it's up here on the left. And they used to, when they started up first, all they did was wings. Nothing else, chicken wings. And they slowly but surely moved into other types of food. But as I said, initially they started off just doing chicken wings. And they made a speciality out of chicken wings. And I have to say, I love them. I'm just one of those. I'm a pure carnivore. My other half does try and make me healthy by having me eat a little bit healthier than I normally do, which is very difficult. But I really am hoping this is down here, because if it's not, they opened another restaurant in the west of Ireland, and obviously I haven't visited that, but La Gordita, I've never eaten it. It's not there that long, but it's a nice looking little restaurant. Really has got a nice vibe about it. Again, on my list of places to try out. So where we're coming up now is a link road between Camden Street and Harcourt Street, where all the clubs are. And sadly my little restaurant is gone. So there you go. It was one of those that I hoped survived COVID, and it didn't. Well, it didn't survive it in Dublin. They had, as I said, they've moved. That used to be the location of it. That's actually very sad. Okay, so I'm gonna have to end there. I'll walk you out as far as Harcourt Street, and I'll show you one of those little hotels that I was talking about that are on this road. Albany Guest House, that one there. See it? Just there. That's the Albany. Nice little hotel, or little sort of guest house hotel. But you're looking at about 150 to 200 euros per night. And that's the price of Dublin. That's the price of staying in Dublin City. Okay, gonna leave you there. Thank you for watching. Hit the like, subscribe, the bell for notification, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.